Chapter 1. Allowance. A boy and his aunt are driving down West Main Street in their little town, where the businesses are all lined up on one side, and the railroad tracks pass along the other side of the street. East Main Street is the same, and the storefronts face one another over the 6 sets of rails. As they drive along, the little guy sees the dairy bar and says quietly, "I wish I could, but I can't." His head twists around to watch the dairy bar go by, as his aunt says warmly, "What is it that you wish you could have, but you can't?" He turns back from the window and says, "A malted milk, a strawberry malted milk." "You know that you can't have a malted milk, honey. That's way too many calories. We don't want you to get fat." His aunt drives on, and the boy sits in silence, wishing, just once, that he could have a malted milk. The following week, the little boy and his aunt are again driving down the street, this time on East Main Street, the other side of the tracks, on their way to the shoe store. Because his feet are so flat, he has to wear what are called kangaroo shoes, a favorite among police officers, mail carriers, and factory workers who must be on their feet all day. They're high-topped shoes, laced to just above the ankle, hardly a fashion statement for a boy, even one with flat feet. The little boy knows what's coming. He gets new shoes every 6 months as his feet grow. Because of the special inserts in them, the kangaroo shoes hurt his feet, making him walk on the sides instead of the soles of his feet. He walks, or rather hobbles, down the hall in school, and the other kids tease him about the way he walks. As his aunt leads him past the shoe store window, he stops and looks in at a pair of engineer boots. They're the shiny black boots that all the really cool older boys wear. The tough boys who roll up their shirt sleeves and store a pack of cigarettes in them, and who roll up the cuffs of their tight-fitting Levi's. Just like his big brother. He wants so much to be independent and tough and cool, just like them, just like him. Nose and hands pressed against the glass, he says to his aunt, "I wish I could, but I can't." To which his aunt replies, "What is it you would like that you can't have?" He explains that he'd like engineer boots, and she says, "You don't want them. The kind of people that wear them aren't like you. They're hoodlums and gangsters. We'll just go and get your shoes, your special shoes that were made just for you." After she gives him a light tug, he passively follows his aunt into the store. He then climbs into a straight-backed wooden chair, dangling his legs, because they aren't quite long enough to reach the floor, and remains silent as the clerk fits the shoes on his feet. As the years pass, the little boy stops saying that he wishes he could, but he can't, and it's all forgotten. Now, he simply yearns for things that he wishes he could have or be or do, but knows that it's not possible for him. Without really intending to, the little boy's family indoctrinated him with a number of points of view and judgments about himself and his world. Hoodlums and calories, fat and trouble, judgments based on points of view. And his reaction to these points of view, "I wish I could, but I can't," became a fixed point of view for him, one he'd use instead of asking directly for something. As a result of all this, he stopped wishing and he stopped asking, all of which made him burn inside. The points of view became part of his personality and played a significant role in the way he lived his life. Of course, others contributed to the formation of these and other points of view, such as the kids ridiculing him, making sure that he knew he was different, hence unacceptable, or the junior high school girls who didn't respond well to his asking, "I don't suppose you'd want to go to the movies with me?" "I wish, I can't," became the foundation for most of what happened to this boy later in life. Sometimes he'd rage in despair, because he never seemed to have the things he wanted, and was tired of settling for what others permitted him to have. How many times have you experienced, "I wish I could, but I know I can't," in your life? Have you tried to make things different or better 100 different ways, but nothing seemed to work? Or if it did work, it was never what you thought it would be?